Well, hello. Here we are. It is a Monday again, every week.
Ugh.
I'm just going to assume we're live since we've gone a couple weeks in a row now with it working.
Oh my god.
Please also edit the stream after into a short video. I'm very curious for the answers. If I could come up with a good way to do something like that, I probably would. It
You
really
probably
depends.
would.
The flow of the stream usually doesn't facilitate that, but we'll see. We will be talking about fish for the first half of it at least, hopefully.
What's up, everybody?
And a blanket hello to all as we give people time to mosey on in.
I'm not even gonna ask yet.
What?
I said I'm not even gonna ask yet.
What? You're speaking very quietly.
Number one stunner. What?
Okay.
What? I knew that'd get him. Hey, Caitlin. I hope you're holding up, my friend. I've been thinking good thoughts for you. Sending good vibes.
Audio video good.
Hey,
Thank
Ryan.
you. Hoon Aquatic, what's up, buddy? I love seeing the rainbows you've been posting lately.
All the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you have is good stuff. I love that.
If you guys want excellent photo and video of
Yeah.
fish, follow Hoon Aquatics on
That's
Instagram.
a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Zen. Has it started? Wait, has what started?
Audio video is good.
Praise
So,
be.
if it has not started for you, even though you can't hear this, just refresh. Refresh. While we're waiting, we could talk about what we're going to be getting in the mail this week. That's not really relevant to fish keepers, but it
Relevant?
is maybe for reptiles.
What are we getting?
Russ is going to be very disappointed.
Oh my god, you didn't. Okay, well, you said that is. First of all,
I'm sorry, Russ. She already forgot about
no,
you.
I did not forget at all. That was a very bad segue.
That was an excellent
I'm just gonna
segue.
throw you completely. No, it was horrible. So, I'm so excited. Russ from Aquarium Pets, one of the best channels, Instagrams, all the things. Go see Russ's stuff. He does a lot of very cool insects and other things, and that's my number one love before fish, before reptiles. It was bugs for me. So he is very kindly sending us some isopods, and I am so excited. I know
Leo,
he is
you were
too.
late.
We're very excited about these. We don't have enough bugs in our lives anymore. I actually recently lost my jumping spider. Unfortunately, I don't know how old she was. She was an adult when I got her, and she was very healthy one day and gone the next. So I'm just hoping she lived a long life before she got to me, because she was definitely full grown. But
Raw screen again somehow.
and I know that's not an insect. It's technically an arachnid, but you know what I mean. I miss my bugs.
What side is that on? The other side?
What?
Come back to me.
Oh, my
You're
shoulder.
ghosting. You're Patrick Swayze-ing.
Uh-oh.
Neighborhood Moorhead just started my first tank in over 7 years.
Wow, that's exciting. What do you put in it?
Yeah, what kind of tank?
What size tank? What's in it? Any future plans to have more tanks just to get you going on? Why is my shoulder doing that? What the hell is here? Can I
Time to
scoot that
flight.
in like an inch? Oh, yeah, that's probably it. I said turn that light
Oh,
on.
you know what? I forgot to move the lights.
Yeah, you did.
My fault.
Turn them up a little bit.
That's not going to help. It'll make us look weird.
Oh, I already look really weird. Like I have a weird ghost aura.
Well, you're also angled. Why are you angled?
I don't know.
Well, that didn't help. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it kind of helped.
No, it didn't. Anyways.
Don't mind that half of me.
What you going to do about it?
Oh, well.
You only really notice it when it comes back. Otherwise, it just looks like you're sitting sideways.
Yeah, it kind of looks, I don't know, whatever. Been meaning to ask you guys. We just got done with parasites after treating, but my one guy just can't put on weight and is skinny. Poop has stopped being clear, but I'm concerned. You know, sometimes these parasites wreak such havoc that it can take a while to get back. I don't really have a lot of great advice for that personally. Maybe he does, but just other than continuing with clean water and feeding, heavy feeding.
Try fatty foods.
Yeah, like bloodworms.
High protein, high fat.
That kind of stuff. If you can get live food, I don't know what you feed regularly, but if you can get live food, I would recommend live food. Whenever any fish is healing and trying to work up the immune system, I think live food is a huge help.
Neighborhood says it's just a 10-gallon. That's all that's
That's
allowed in my
okay.
apartment, and I'm going to try a Neocaridina.
Nice. That's a good choice.
My advice would be to take your time. Don't just set it up and throw them
Yeah.
in there right away, because shrimp love established tanks.
That is one thing I will never again
love to
throw
graze.
in a newer tank is shrimp. You can get fish to go along with it, but shrimp don't love a new tank.
Leslie says, I'm crushed. Typical water change yesterday. My 125. 12 hours later, I lost all my tiger barbs and clown loaches.
Oh, no.
All others were fine. What happened? I'm guessing you had some stuff in your water.
Yeah,
That's awful.
it has to be if it was a water change and you lost. It just so happens those, well, and that makes sense kind of that those were the sensitive ones, because don't you have like cichlids in there too? Isn't it kind of like, I would think those are the more sensitive, well, not the barbs, but the loaches. That's sad. I'm so sorry. There's been a lot of loss in the fish keeping world recently. I feel so bad.
Well, for us too. I mean,
I know,
no one's
everybody.
immune.
No, it's
Happens to all of us.
It's been a rough year so far for fish, and I feel for everybody. I feel for all of us and the fish. Gregory's considering doing a 90-gallon barb tank. Well, you could do so many things. That could mean so many things.
What kind of barbs?
Yeah.
There's tons of cool
I
species
bet you
out
are
there.
devastated, Leslie. I'm so sorry. I really mean it. Like, I really breaks my heart whenever people lose fish like that, because I know you love those fish a lot.
Neighborhood says, yes, for sure. Won't get any shrimp for a while. Gotta let the tank do its thing. Get some plants in there, because I don't know if you're doing planted tanks, but
so it would be fun to really focus on the plants while you wait for it to get ready, and that'll just help even more the more plants you have, obviously. Oh, Caitlin.
It's time when they usually flush systems. Yeah, and the problem is, like, they don't care. They don't send out a notice.
No. They're not like, hey, fish keepers, by the way, don't do any large water changes right now. We're fucking with the water. I didn't say it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting in trouble. Caitlin, I bet it is. I think that you get another one immediately if you can. I am of the belief with fish that, like, that presence, that's a big presence. So I would get another one.
Ooh, there's a loss. I don't even want to read that one.
No, why? No. Oh my God, Kevin. Oh, I grew up with those. We had them growing up, and that's a huge loss. That's horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh my God. Ugh.
Well, on that note,
oh,
what can we
okay.
do to
I'm gonna buck up real quick.
chipper things up a little
I'm
bit?
so sorry, anyways. Though, blood parrots, pleco, pictus cat, synodontis, Raphael cat, doja loaches. Also did my 55 and no other losses. That's
You know what's going to be frustrating? It's going to be one of those things that you're never
gonna know.
It's almost not
Speculation
even worth trying to figure
yeah.
out.
I would just
you're gonna spend so much time racking your brain.
grieve for your fish and don't focus on anything else, because at that point it's a moot point. And I feel so bad. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you for that light amongst this darkness.
Grouch Gill says, if you contact them, sometimes they will have a notification list for fish keepers, other special requests.
Yeah, Sac County ain't doing that.
And you can also, sometimes they'll replace if you have large losses.
Ross.
Especially if something is out of the legal allowable limit. I keep going back to that. I forget who it is because it's been so long. The YouTuber that lost like 700 angelfish.
Oh my God.
Because they did something to the water and he had them all replaced. They sent him a check for every single one.
Wow. So I lost 200 Imperial Lapis, Blueberry Wadi Fry, Mega Chlorine. Yeah, I bet it was. Ugh, that's awful. That's what I told you. That's how I've bitched about it many times when I lost all my mature geos and rainbow fish after a water change on a very mature tank that should have had no issues at all. And I didn't even do that big of a water change.
Curtis says, that's me. I'm here to bring the positivity.
Thank you, buddy.
Leslie, I wish I had some advice for you. I know she says it's enough to make me quit the hobby. I would just say, please don't.
Don't do it.
Please don't.
I know that. God, do you know how many times I've been there? That's the thing. And not like, countless times, but I've been there like at least 5 different times probably in the last, like, I don't know, a little more than half a decade, where I got so upset over losses that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Recently, When we lost all the fish with the velvet, I was like, I am over this shit. Like, this is heartbreaking. Fish I've been after for years, like, gone, just dropping. Like, the worst for me, and I'm not saying it's better to lose a fish, but like watching them suffer, like,
I mean, this is gonna sound terrible, but it's why I love community fish. Like, if I lose
yeah.
a couple tetras out of 50, it's not a big deal. But
No,
when
you're
I
right.
lost my goldfish or my Mabu pleco, it was a big deal. And that's terrible because one shouldn't be worth more than the other, but that's just the way it is.
I'm just going to keep the most personable, outgoing, and endearingly loving fish ever, and then want to die every time they die. That's what I do.
Oh, I need to stop doing that. Why am I doing that? Everyone call me out when I do that. It's the most annoying.
Sadie does that, kind of.
On a funny note, Corey from Aquarium Co-op was at an auction last weekend, and I totally fangirled out over the poor guy. Then I forgot all fish knowledge and couldn't think of anything to say.
Goldfish.
I will say he's like the most down-to-earth person ever, and he will talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. Leo says, Steenfott Aquatics, that video about the cichlids at Sac State was amazing. Great videos.
I loved it.
I was hoping that was just like an introduction video, because I would love to go back and get more of the nuts and bolts of the experiments and some other things they're doing there.
It'd be kind of cool to go when the kids are there, you know?
They have really cool species. The hardest part was all the glare, and they're clearly not display tanks.
They're not, well, yeah, and I think that's kind of the lore, though, is that this is a working fish room. They're doing that. These fish are there for a reason. But there were so many fish that I'm like, oh, I want that. Give me those diadema.
Leslie, I wouldn't think it's that. She says, is it possible that there was one of those pockets of bad bacteria?
No.
Because that's just carbon. That's CO2 that gets built up.
You would have to, for that kind of thing, I think that gets like
plus
overblown.
The tiger barbs are not bottom. It usually only harms bottom. So if it was just the loaches, maybe. But
the loaches don't surprise me the most, but the tiger barbs kind of surprise me.
Anyways, I think we got enough people here, so let's try to hit on this topic. If you didn't watch the video that we posted this weekend,
you should have. All right.
I mean, a lot of people did. I have no idea why it's getting this many views.
Yeah, we both were like, huh, interesting.
But we're already pushing almost 10,000 views, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good for us.
And it's fish nobody buys anymore. And the fish I did was checkerboard cichlids, purple harlequin rasboras, and penguin tetras. And then you never miss an opportunity to talk about Congo spotted puffers. So that was one of yours.
Yeah.
And I forget your other ones.
My paradise fish.
Oh yeah, the thumbnail.
Any type of paradise fish. The thick lip gourami, not to be confused with the honey gourami, and the spotted Congo puffer. Which I think are excellent.
Real quick, Leo says the dovi was badass. I will say that it was.
Oh no,
I'm not really into monster fish.
The story behind them is even better. Badass. That's the thing. I love the longevity of some of these fish in his keeping. So it's pretty. He's got a cool thing going on there.
So, anyways, I want to know what you guys think. Are there any fish that used to be really popular that are still readily available but nobody gets anymore? Another one I wanted to put on the list was, it's a lot of barbs, gold barbs. I mean, talk about a cool fish that nobody ever keeps. They're, especially the man-made one. I'm not talking about the wild caught one, which is kind of bland, let's be honest. But the man-made one with the actual gold barbs, we got those and put them in outdoor tubs. And what an amazing fish to see in the sunlight.
Yeah, most fish.
And they're like $1. Yeah, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you could probably find it for like $3 somewhere.
I'm gonna jack this from somebody who commented on the video because I thought it was such a good mention because it's true. Spiny eels, not to say that you don't see them anywhere, but back in the day they were kept everywhere. Like people really, there was always a tire track or a fire eel or some ridiculous, spiny eel. But there's a lot of misconceptions about spiny eels in the hobby and a lot of misinformation and just wrong stuff that doesn't make any sense. I've kept a ton, Mastus embellus and Macronathus, which are the two main types of spinies. So the person who mentioned it in the comments, I was like, good call, because that's another really good one that I missed, and I love them.
Opossum Ven says goldfish, which I agree.
Yeah, you're right. People just don't keep them correctly. That's another fish where I'm so sick of seeing goldfish in the wrong setup, and I don't really see it done right. I see it done wrong so much more frequently.
Garage Gill says, I got a group of standard penguins about a month ago, and I thought about
Nice.
you when I was making the video because you had mentioned that a couple weeks ago when I said nobody keeps penguin tetras.
I never knew that shouted Denai puffers used to be really popular. I always assumed they came into the hobby recently, like freshwater. See, when I found that out, it was so surprising to me that I always want to mention it because I think it's missed a lot of the time. We don't know a whole lot about them for how popular they are amongst puffer enthusiasts. Not a lot is talked about or well known about these guys. And it's because we had the pipeline shut off from West Africa a long time ago, and it's dripping very slowly. But hopefully one day it'll open up again.
Why don't Central American cichlids get much spotlight? Is it the size? Well, there's plenty of smaller ones, like all the blue-eyed
Yeah,
cichlids.
all the blue-eyed cichlids.
I just don't think it's a fish that you walk into Petco and see. You see all the cichlids that they shouldn't be selling, and realistically, there's a whole group of Central Americans that they should be selling.
It's true.
Like we kept the Sahika cichlids, the Murnay. There's so many, like the Amatitlania. Is that right?
There's so like the Murnay, oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? Candy has them or had them.
The Nanaludia.
Nanaludia, thank you. The Sahika, those are the three mains. You have the what you had, which I'm drawing a blank on right now too. The Honduran red points. Another good Central American. You've got the rainbow cichlids, which are another great Central American. Why I think Central Americans aren't hyper focused on, other than the ones we kind of mentioned, the smaller, less problematic Central Americans.
Is it Golden Dwarf Central or is that South?
That's South. A lot of Central Americans are not manageable fish to keep for most people. They are extremely large and powerful. They're tank busters. They're usually, with that usually comes more aggression, true aggression, just very capable fish that need a lot of space and a lot given to them. So I think that's why they're not focused on as much. And people don't know about the ones we just mentioned.
I think that's a good suggestion as well. Ross says rope fish. I think the problem with rope fish is they're just hard to find.
They are, and they're.
You used to be able to get a rope fish whenever you wanted to.
I think they creep a lot of people out too. Just that shape, like people are creeped out by coolie loaches, you know. So I think when you take that and times it by like 100, they're creeped up by that. It's an oddball, but I love them.
Aquatics says if I had a tank big enough for
Viejas are nice.
That's like if I had.
They're beautiful.
For me, it's if I had enough tanks to dedicate a tank to one large fish, it would be the Haitienses.
Yeah, those are nice.
I'll pull one up.
Funny you mentioned the Vieja because that's kind of what I think of when I think of not the most manageable Central Americans that are still worth keeping. Viejas are definitely on that list because they're so pretty, and they, big fish are cool. Big cichlids are really, really cool, but they just take a lot of effort and space.
Really good pictures of them.
How about the firemouth cichlid, white clouds, minnows, common pleco, rosy barbs, Egyptian, mouth brooding cichlid? I've kept firemouths, and I found them to be a pain in the ass. They have a very nice cousin, Therichthys aureus. It's the Orium cichlid. It's a more blue-based version, basically, of the firemouth, and I found them to be a little less jerky. So I know they're not as common, but I really liked mine. I've always been a big fan of goodeids, ridiculously easy to keep. Libears, very pretty fish. We had the trouts, and then I had red tails, and I loved both.
I really like the tequila goodeids.
Oh yeah, those are pretty. I'd like to keep
with the orange ring on the fin.
Yeah,
there's like no good pictures of this fish. Like
oh yeah, well,
this is like the best I could find, and it's not even that great. I just really like the contrast of the black and the white. Oops, gotta be logged in if I want to see more, apparently. But yeah, I saw these at the Chicago Aquatic Experience in 2016. There was one entered for the cichlid show, and oh my gosh, it was beautiful. So maybe that's why. Maybe they're not normally that beautiful. I don't know.
Am I the only one who doesn't like people taking like bluegill, bass from lakes, putting them in tanks? I'm sure the fish will live a good life, but I just don't. No, I'm not a big fan of that because they normally don't thrive. If you take them out of an environment they're supposed to be in. If you stock them, a lot of people will stock ponds with bluegill and bass, and if you have enough space, it can be fine. But if you're taking it from where it's already, I don't love that. Someone in Modesto is selling a 9-inch cross river puffer. Of course they're. How much?
then get it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's Leo.
It is, it is Leo. Yeah, common plecos. If there is something that's true about the fish keeping hobby, it is that common plecos should not be in the hobby. Yes.
Is there any way I can show you all the picture of my sick fish? You can upload it to the YouTube community tab, which I hardly ever see because I don't get any notifications for. We have a pretty dead Facebook group as well. If you wanted to post it there, you probably get some responses, and I would see it too. Or you can post it on Instagram and just tag us.
We don't, we do, technically we have a TikTok, but it doesn't get looked at. So it would be easier if you,
I
put it-
uploaded a TikTok, what was that, like 6 months
I
ago?
don't even remember.
And then I haven't logged back in
Yeah.
since. So, which is a shame because TikTok has the highest payout for creators percentage.
Didn't they just change something though? I heard that
I have no idea.
they've messed with it again, I think.
But compared to YouTube Shorts, like nothing is worse than YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, have 1 million and you'll get like 10 cents. Such a joke. And we always say this because he always says it and I have to remember to say it. We are not veterinarians. We cannot diagnose, but I also feel like I have been so desperate at times for information on things that I really needed help with that I wish somebody would have been able to help me, so I don't mind myself giving a little.
Yeah, Curtis is our famous TikToker.
Yeah, that's right. Curtis is King TikTok. I've never even downloaded it. Like on any of my phones, I've never even downloaded the app.
I don't hate it. It seems to
I don't know.
be much more like personalized. Like Instagram is awful now.
Instagram's a wasteland.
Twitter is all they do is send you stuff to make you pissed off, so you like rage in the comments and get engagement. But like again, I haven't been on TikTok in a very long time. I don't know if it's still that way, but it pretty much only sent me things I actually wanted to see, whereas none of the other platforms do that anymore. Show some love by liking this video and subscribing, and it is also the end of the month, so I gotta say it. You know, the sales
Gross.
pitch. You gotta ask for the sale. You know, if you found any value or entertainment, you know, consider maybe becoming a member, super chatting. Just even just $1. We only ask at the end of the month, and it really helps out a lot. But the best thing you could do for us if you wanted was to use these discount codes.
Go buy
That
fish.
way, all three of us win: you, us, and the fish store.
Making hand turkeys. Sorry.
I despise TikTok because all their ads on Candy Crush.
Oh God, are they Candy Crush pushers? They all are.
I never noticed the ads.
On what?
TikTok.
Are you on TikTok ever though? How would you know?
Well, years ago when I tried it, there was a short time when I uploaded regularly.
Oh.
We have a stock pond, and my husband caught a baby bluegill, and he's in my 55. When he gets big, I'll put him back and raise another baby bluegill. I've had
I like the way bluegill look.
Oh, Leslie, you're so nice.
Thank you. It's very kind to be that giving in a time of grief. I know. I just feel so bad. Feel so bad.
So Mr. Neon Green Rasbora, you already know that fish hunter, boss lady.
What?
Sweet Polly. We do an additional hour after this stream for the members.
5150.
And thank you so much, Leslie.
Are you a social worker? Are you an LCSW?
You're getting sent to the psych ward.
My grandfather was an LCSW. So
good YouTube shorts is what bring people to the channel, though. You'll be surprised. The conversion rate is awful.
Yeah, it's not as good as it should be.
Awful.
Unless I will say, I'm sure if you're a giant channel, yeah, you probably get a lot of exposure because you're already winning in the algorithm. So it's like, or play one of the songs that they relentlessly play over and over and over.
And shorts consumers, a very large percent of them will never look at your long form content. So it really doesn't do much.
Most people that are obsessed with shorts don't care about long videos.
There's actually a lot of the YouTube gurus that are insisting that shorts will actually hurt your channel if your main form is long form content, which obviously ours is. So we kind of stopped. We were uploading like 1 or 2 a day, and we stopped. And guess what? All of our videos started getting more views per day. Not a ton, but still more than when we were uploading shorts all the time.
Sam, our membership stuff works like it's $4.99 and then you're a member. And you get to see the member stream, which is
Yeah,
after this stream.
the membership is really like, I don't know how to describe it. Like
Yeah.
I'm members of channels that I enjoy the content and the creator. So for me, my whole thing is like when memberships first came out, like people were losing their minds. Like, why would we pay extra for the same thing? You know, we get to watch your crap regardless. But for me, it's like, well, you pay $150 a month for cable and you don't watch any of it. And so for me, it was like, I don't pay for cable, so I'm going to support the people I actually watch instead of supporting crap that is awful and I never watch.
This is a good question because I'm not even 100% sure, so maybe he knows.
Thank you, Tiffany, with the $1.50 super chat.
Thank you. Our Moonlight discount codes work in person. Would he honor those in the store?
No, but I believe there is a pickup in-store
Oh,
option, which
there
I
you
think
go.
if Caitlin is still here, she can speak on that. I don't know if that's an actually. I don't know if that's an option.
That's an option at the what spot?
Yeah.
What fish are we ignoring? Too many. Too many, in my opinion. Most West African fish.
Or maybe Ryan would know. I don't know. But Caitlin, have you ever like bought
Oh, yeah,
done
maybe.
in-store pickup for Moonlight? Bought online in-store pickup?
Yeah, don't do it on an iPad or iPhone. There you go. That's good advice.
You would think that was something I would know. Mainly the only thing I know about Moonlight is the code is unlimited, which is very nice.
The limit does not
It's not
exist.
like a one-time use.
Yeah.
What do you guys take on canister filters?
No. Never again for me. Well, not never again.
I don't hate them, but out of the 3, I have yet to find a canister filter that I really enjoy. However, I do have one that I'm going to be playing with very soon. So
that is the greatest compliment I could ever get, that we have common sense. Thank you, Ross. You have no idea. Like, that is something that is rarely seen nowadays, I feel. So thank you.
Moneyless Maven says Harlequin Rasboras. Yes, I've been saying that for a couple months now. Very they used to be everywhere. It used to be like so bad
that's true,
that I never wanted to see a Harlequin Rasbora again. Like every 10, 15 years ago, every single frickin' tank had Harlequin Rasboras, and now they're just nowhere.
Adam, we have spoken to Lowell, not specifically about the Iraniacus. I can tell you he hasn't spawned them. He has all males. That would be a feat beyond his even like the skill level there. I don't think he has that for all males unless he's gotten more. So I don't want to necessarily speak for him.
We will be going back soon.
Yeah, but we did talk to him, yeah.
He finally released, we've been waiting to go back because he has a bunch of stuff he wanted to release on his channel, which obviously.
Rightfully so, yeah.
But now if you haven't seen his last video, go watch it because he makes a whole rain chamber pressurized.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild and nerdy. So if you liked the Sacramento State video, you'll really like that video.
Yeah, the stuff he does it's very involved, and you can really get lost in the making of it.
Sean, the producer, I think this is your first super chat.
Thanks,
Thank you,
dude.
friend. Says, just found your channel. I'm going through the videos. Love them. I was a huge Aquarius when I was younger. Now I manage a pet care service.
Hey, that's cool. You're still in the same vein then. All the animals. Well, thank you. Glad you're watching. That's nice of you. Ooh, found some chocolate gourami. Super stoked. Thank you, because gourami are underrated in general. Nobody keeps flipping gourami ever. It's so weird.
Never been on my radar.
I have kept so many gourami, and I'm like, why? Valiant gourami, chocolate gourami, samurai gourami, sparkling gourami. I mean, just give me all the gourami.
When I was selling fish online, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring in some gourami just to resell.
They're great.
And then I was like, these are pretty cool. I could keep them.
Yeah.
I still haven't, but I could.
They're very
we almost got the wild type honeys when we were at the West.
I really love wild honeys, and they don't come around all the time. I'm not a big fan of like the sunset and like the really brightly colored. I really like the natural look if I can find it, and they're just so pretty. The males, females are very boring, but the males are so pretty.
I don't think it works in person. They would have to have an in-store pickup option on their website.
Common sense is not very common, no.
Let me see what I can do here.
Oh, I want to see. I'm gonna go look.
For what?
She posted the picture of her sick fish.
I'm gonna spawn them first. Maybe. Oh, Gregory Potter. Blah blah.
Buddy.
I don't know what that face is supposed to be. Somebody tell me what that
He
face
could
is supposed to
say
be.
that's my favorite face. That's like I'm annoyed, whatever. Boring. Like, I'll take it, Gregory. That's very
Thank you,
nice
Sumo,
of you.
so much. So
thank you, Sumo.
Thank
I like
you,
that
Sumo.
better. I'm gonna say that from now on.
We do have a monthly goal that we try to get to every month, and we were very close, so that helps a lot. Thank you, Gregory.
I love my FX6. I clean it once a year. And okay, that's why you love it, Sam, because you clean it once a year. They'll make you believe that you need to do that once a month. I think I cleaned mine. Maybe I had 3 FX4s at one point. I didn't hate them. They were good. They were fine. Got good deals on them. I cleaned them maybe once or twice a year. I think twice was the most I ever did, because that's why a sump is better, I think, for a lot of larger tanks or a tank of a certain size, because you can get in and out easily. It's not a huge production. What's so funny, and shout out to what is it, Caveman Aquatics, I think. Caveman Aquatics. I had to go watch his video on taking them apart every single time because I could never remember the right order to do things, like, because I did it so infrequently.
Ooh, that's a tough question, but I will say I'm
What?
on Moonlight Aquatics right now, and let me get rid of my personal information here.
God, please. People who make orders like that. I will take one.
You see any personal info on there anywhere?
No.
Okay, so you can see I have pickup selected, discount code in, and there you go, 10% off.
Bada bing.
In-store pickup.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There you go.
Big bada boom. Lilu Dallas multipass.
Which do you prefer, Gourami or Betta? Personally,
That's
I
what
prefer
I was saying.
Gourami. That's a hard one.
It'd be a hard one for me because I'm really nerding out on wild bettas right now. So I would have to say wild bettas.
I'm going to be really annoyed. I don't think I could choose. They're so different. They're similar yet different.
And yet they're so alike.
Yeah, exactly. That's really there's so many similarities, especially about the way they raise their fry. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's real hard.
Ross says about 22 chili rasboras. So you're one of them. You know how many freaking chili rasboras I've sold for the wet spot? Well, they've sold. I don't want to take credit for it, but it is my by far #1 most affiliate sale is the chili rasbora. I'm really looking forward to trying the Eheim canister filter because it actually has features that I want. So if it starts to get clogged, it'll automatically increase flow. So it has automatic adjustable flow rates. There is some technology in there that I'll be honest, I'm a little weary about, but it does have Wi-Fi, so you can check a lot of stuff on your phone, and it'll notify you also if something's going wrong. So I'm very excited to try it.
Damn, Curtis, that's dedication. I got to give you that. I don't think I could do it.
She knows it's a multi-pass. I feel like that movie is so old now, not a lot of people are going to get the reference.
What was the reference?
Lilu Dallas multi-pass.
Oh. The only person I heard...
Do you know what movie it's from?
No. Sorry, I just went right over it. What is it?
I'm not going to say because then everyone else will know. No, it's The Fifth Element.
Oh, I haven't seen that for probably 20 years.
It's so good.
It's a good movie. I just haven't seen it for like 20 years.
Do you know I know you're trying to read that comment, but
it's fine. Go ahead.
Do you know the role of Chris Tucker? Do you know who that was originally written for? And was this close to doing it? I don't know if you remember. Do you even remember? It's like very over the top, like flashy. Yeah. Prince.
That would have made sense.
It was written for Prince.
That's not surprising at all. That would have made more sense actually than Chris Tucker.
He did a good job.
He did, yeah, but that I could see why. Okay, now I have to say this. The only person I heard breeding lampi Congo tetras was in Germany. Yes, along with the pike, cherison. They construct a bubble nest. Yes, those are the Luciocephalus aura and Luciocephalus. I forget the other one. Yeah. Germany, they all do everything in Germany. Same thing with the spotted Congo puffers. That's the guy who had the lock on that forever until people here started mastering it. It's always in Germany.
Okay, there's 2 comments I want to get here.
Go.
Sam says, I went to Aquashella and they had a female betta tank with around 30 female betta. Betta sororities don't work.
They don't work.
They work temporarily.
I will very infrequently say something just doesn't work. They don't work. Like, ever.
Betta splendid in female sororities.
Yeah. They don't
I
work.
will eat my words if someone can show me a
Over a year.
YouTuber who has set up a beta sorority and then still had it going. I would even say 6
6 months?
months,
Yeah.
but
Me too. Yeah.
they never show the tank again,
No, because
ever.
it doesn't
It
work.
doesn't work.
However, you could get different types of wild betta and keep the females together, and they are totally fine.
Okay, and the other one I wanted to get is Mr. Neon Green or Mrs. Rasbora here. Is Moonlight's online store usually pretty up to date with what they have in stock in person? No. This is my gripe. And it's because they have way more in store than what they have on the website. So the website lags behind. It's not the other way around. So it's not like you're going to buy something on the website and they're not going to have it in store. No, you're going to go to the store and they're going to have a lot more in stock than what's on the website. And I get it. It is so much to manage. I did it, so I know. And I'm just busting balls. I don't really care that much. But I think last week somebody asked, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, why he doesn't update the website more. It's so much work. It is a lot of work. And he's, as far as I know,
I keep doing that.
Still, well, I paused too long. It's my fault. As far as I know, he's still pretty much a one-man operation. He has like part-time help when we were there, but otherwise he's pretty much doing it himself.
You're done? Just stopped
And
in.
so,
has anyone mentioned drape fin barbs yet? No, and you are right. They are
on my list.
They
too.
are criminally underrated. Drape fin barbs are super cool. Agreed. Good call.
Almost on my list. I didn't want my list to all be barbs because it could have been.
He was on the
Could have
way.
been gold barbs.
It's on the way.
Say drape fin barbs. And then I thought, well, maybe I should just make a barb video. You can't blame me for lack of pictures on Moonlight's site. That slows things down. Chang is the sole guy. Yeah, so it's just one man. I know last time I looked at like, I went and I sorted fish by all the new fish and it was just like 30 stock black. Like there are no photos. And I was like, But if you've never taken photos of fish,
it's
that's
hard.
a pain in the butt too.
Usually you just have to record them and then do screen grabs. Like that's
easier,
yeah. I've gotten some really good pictures
Unless
that way.
you have like the crazy Sony 8.7.
Yeah, if you have a real camera, then
that
sure.
even makes me look like a good photographer.
Makes anybody. Lowell said he was thinking of doing Congos. You mean spotted Congos? Because I know he's already got the Arontiacus. Choke on that word. But if you're talking about the puffers, I hope he does try. Please.
Ron's Garage Aquatics does keep a betta sorority tank. Been that way. So here's the thing with the betta sororities. They require a lot of work. So it's not like if someone actually puts in the time, I will say it works. But most people don't. They just throw them in there and they expect it to be like.
Why do I feel like anybody who claims they work are like replacing females?
Like because there is, and I'll be honest, there is a betta sorority at Aquarium Depot that they've had since we've been here. But they're also selling and getting new fish in there all the time. Yeah, that's true. So does it work, or is it just because they're replacing fish nonstop?
No.
I don't know.
There's a breeder in Taiwan that finds breeding lampi Congos easy. Females only produce 10 or less eggs. They're still working on rearing fry. That being said, Regina Spotty probably can breed them. If anybody can breed them, I just want to hear of somebody like here doing it. I just, because I have yet to I mean, like you said, that sounds right, that there's like that many people and they only produce 10 or less eggs. That's crazy. That's no wonder they're $50 a piece, huh?
Jody says fish photos are hard. Yeah, you need like the Sony A7. When we were at Dan's, he let me use his Sony A7 III, I think it is. I don't even remember what model it is. And I know nothing. I've been doing this for 10 years and I couldn't even tell you what like shutter speed and all that. I have no idea. I couldn't be less interested. But I was able to just pick up this camera and it has a $3,000 lens on it. The camera is $3,000. So it cost $6,000. But even I was like, dang, I'm like a professional here. I don't even know what I'm doing. And it made me look like I knew what I was doing. So that's like the dream camera I hope to have one day.
Possum vents. I can't see it.
What?
Can you?
Where was it posted?
Community. Can you see that? I can't see.
Was that a trout video?
It looks like a guppy.
Oh.
But I can't tell if those are spots or if that's, do you know, like, I can't. Do you have, would you be able to take like a, I don't know, like a top down picture.
See, taking pictures of fish
Yeah,
is
like
hard.
over the top because
Guppies are the worst because they're
your
just they're
viewing box or whatever it's in is making it so that I can't. It's like a film. It's like a
guppies are flailing around all the time.
yeah. Guppies. God, good luck with it. I mean, but I can't. It looks like I might see some spots. Is there? If there's any way you could send another one?
Regina breeds other types of Congo tetras. She and Eric Bodrock are the best I know in the U.S. with breeding oddballs and tetras.
You can blame me for lack of pictures. Slows things down. No, every time we go there, I think he had help like one time when we went. And they didn't, honestly, to be fair, they were super nice, but they didn't know what they were. They had to go ask him everything. He still had to like tell them what to do.
Mike, you have a nice one. So I have the Sony A7 IV, and I'm terrible with taking pictures. A lot of it has to do like the lens is ridiculous. That's the problem. Like, sure, the camera's 2,500, but the lens is over 3,000.
That's a good way to put it. My take on sororities is at best, when everything is working as it should, it would be a suboptimal and likely stressful environment for the fish. Yeah, yeah.
Also, I see a lot of people doing it in too small of aquariums. Like the last beta sorority I saw was in a 20 long.
If you have a freaking pond outside and you do, I mean, like, yeah, maybe you'll have good luck, but.
Speaking of ponds, I really want to do a cinder block pond outside this year. I feel like it'd be easy to set up and easy to take down. But I don't know what I would put in it. And I also don't know how hot it would get.
They'd cook. It's going to get hot. Well,
under the porch doesn't get very hot, but it also doesn't get any sun. So I can't even do plants. So.
You know, Opossum, we do have cool fish shops, but I still would never again in my life put anything I get from the shops in with the general pop, because they don't, even if they do quarantine. And I will say, like Splash, for instance, they always have a good amount of tanks that something came in funky and they don't sell them. They treat them, they make sure it's gone, then they sell them. But I know a lot of places that don't do that. So
my girlfriend does photography as a side hustle, and she has days. I want an A7 so bad. You have no idea. Hoon says, "What camera are you using, buddy?" I found having an off-mount flash being the everybody has like the off, like the cage with the thing on with the flash on the side.
That makes sense. Yeah, in dark. Yeah, and it's always so hard, like especially in a heavily planted tank or something where they can get in the shadows.
I heard of someone using a GoPro inside their tank. Yeah, I used to do it. I have a couple underwater videos on my channel. It never really looks that great, again, because of lighting. You have to like blast so many lights on there. When I had my really, really nice 40 breeder planet tank with CO2, I had 3 lights pushing 100 par to the substrate. And that, even 7-8 years ago, I could take good pictures with that. But that's what it took, like 100 par at the substrate.
So, Sean, my thought on that, which I'm glad to hear, he said, my client's daughter has a beta sorority, but only 3 females in a 20 long. A sorority, yes, technically that, but a sorority is generally
just a threesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's generally just a few fish in the same tank, but like we're talking 10 to 20 plus.
A lot of people do like 12 in a 20 long, and it's you can't create enough line of sight breaks, and most of the time it's going to be fine until the one time that it's not.
I love that people think that the females have like no need for space or boundaries. Like males are awful. Females still can be.
Have you ever seen a group of females together?
Yeah, like females can be a little spicy. So, but 3, I mean, if you can definitely, if you are setting up a tank correctly, you could keep a few female bettas in that tank, no problem.
Oh, I've heard really good things about the Lumix too.
Would not recommend, but does present a fun challenge. Auto non-focus. Okay.
My last Sony camera I bought stupidly didn't have, what was it?
Was it something that like it wasn't auto?
It didn't have auto stabilization.
It was, yeah, that was weird.
And so then I could only buy lenses that had auto stabilization or use it on a tripod, and it was so annoying. See, I didn't even know enough about cameras back then to even know. I was like, oh, it's a Sony 6400. It's got to be good. It's $900 at the time, or $800.
I would agree, Caitlin. So like, it seems so ridiculous, but so a 2-week quarantine, because that's how the fish that gave Velvet to a tank and killed almost everything, they were fine for at least 2 weeks. So yeah. 4 weeks, probably. Especially if you know there's a problem. That's why the female infantry unit didn't work out.
You read the one from you. It says, I live in Singapore. I tried 3 times for a bed on a 125. It can work fine, but one bed of death will create a battle royale.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like I said,
you tip that hierarchy.
It's one of those things that works until it doesn't.
Well, and you're absolutely balanced there. See, that's something that I think we've talked about it in some of our videos. Like, you really have to work in any community setting to balance the fish you have in there and make sure you're not overloading one zone, one area, one type of attitude, or even the look of a fish. Sometimes you just put a similar looking fish, that'll set a lot of fish off. So balancing is a big deal in aquariums.
Leo says, so for QT, what is your normal plan? It really depends on where I get the fish from.
100%.
Because I'll be honest, I'm not quarantine fish I get from Dan. And Dan will tell you
quarantine them. Yeah, but no.
I still don't.
We never had an issue.
I don't really quarantine from the wet spot.
Not really, unless there's an issue.
It's one of those do what we say, not what we do things. However, there's a couple fish stores here that if I was to bring fish home, I wouldn't throw them in my fish tank.
Their ass is sitting in a tank for like a month for sure.
They'll go out on the porch for a month.
You're going outside. We don't even want you near them.
One catty remark, and plus they all start cycling the same time of the month, and it wreaks havoc on your filtration.
Oh, the bears! They can smell the menstruation.
It attracts the bears.
Oh boy.
When we got our Bellum import, I had Corey's that didn't get listed for 2 months. It just took forever. Yep. And one of the times, I don't know if it was you were there, when I was at Dan's, he's like, we've had these fish for like 10 months and I still can't list them.
Oh, yeah. No, I was there for that. I was like, Jesus, Dan.
I forget what they were.
What were they?
I think they were a Daniel or something.
It was something random.
Some schooling fish.
Yeah. And he's like, but see, that's why we feel comfortable throwing our fish straight in when they're from Dan's. 10 months.
I do 35 millimeter film photography for fun. I've always been curious about that too.
So I did that in high school for photography, and they made us do.
And I've considered trying to do a little bit.
He stopped for too long. It was too long.
I'm just reading the rest of the comments.
Go ahead.
For fun, and I've considered trying to do a little bit of fish film photography for a challenge. Manual focus. Oof,
that's brutal, man.
Good luck on manual.
Well, that's what I was starting to say. I had to learn in high school how to do it all in the pitch black. Manuel? The whole thing. You had to wind your film, do all your stuff. I'm going to knock things over. Maybe because this desk needs to be cleaned. But yeah, it was really challenging.
I just did it again. Have you guys ever thought about peacock cichlids? Yes, I've kept them, and at some point I will keep them again.
No, I've never thought about them, and I don't care about them.
I am the one that loves the Malawi cichlids here.
I'm not the biggest fan.
She hates cichlids.
That's accurate. No, I don't hate cichlids. I love cichlids. The right cichlids. Just move over the other direction from those a little bit.
The worst part would not be able to spam photos without using $15 of film a minute. And that's what it is too. You have to put it on, I don't know what the mode is, but you put it on like the machine gun mode where it just snap, and then like you go through 200 pictures to find one that's in focus.
That was a funny moment when we were at Dan's and I went up to those spotted Congo puffers, his tank, and I was like, man, they look amazing. He's like, yeah, they're not quite ready yet. And I'm like, Jesus, Dan.
Yeah, I was like, I would sell these right now.
How fat do they need to be? Like, yeah, he's the high standards for sure. For sure.
May the fish be with you.
I like this hand turkey that I did here. Ow. Ow.
Bears, beasts, Battlestar Galactica. Now that I'm running a lid, I need me some top swimmers in my 40 community tank. They're going to be longfin serpentetras and hillstream loach.
Hatchet fish?
Yeah, hatchet fish. Danios.
Dwarf hatchets would be nice in a 40-gallon. I really like the dwarves. I feel like the larger hatchets might be a little too big for a 40, but the dwarfs would be good.
Leslie says I quarantine for 8 weeks, but it's easy for me because I have a 20-gallon set up in the bathroom in case I need a hospital tank.
You should, for all intents and purposes, anybody with multiple tanks, if you're bringing in new fish with any regularity, you should have a hospital tank. I mean, that's common practice, or it should be. Used to develop your own film and print your own. Yeah, so what we did in high school was the original, like, here's the, how hard can we make this? And our teacher was a stickler. And that was like part of the class was to do well, you had to really eat it on everything was done by hand in pitch black. I loved the teacher and the class. It was a great class.
We still play that game.
Wow.
Anyways, my two Spotted Congo puffer girls are super chunky and plump.
What? Who said that?
Ross.
Ross.
I heard that the red eye puffers were community safe together. So here's another. Boy, we're talking about Dan a lot. I don't remember what trip it was, but he had the red tail puffers, and he's like, I'm never going to bring these in again because I can only keep one in every single tank.
I was there because I was like, Dan, what do you mean? I have them in a tank right now.
And we had like 6 or 8
males, all males too.
And it was perfectly
and
fine.
I had been keeping them before I moved to Washington for a while, not for a long time. But they were fine and they did really well. I have videos of it. I posted videos, and once we got females, I feel like it was even better. Like it became even better. I don't know. Yes, Ryan. No, they must be fatter, sassier.
Bob, exactly. I bred 6 baby orange zebra ottos. Babies are doing great. Well, that's exciting.
Those are cool.
That's a hard one to keep, keep alive, let alone breed.
Those are really cool. See, and then that happens, Hip Hop Hillbilly. The 20-gallon hospital tank becomes a permanent home to Venezuelan orange cories and Java moths. That happens
hard to keep
often.
A hospital tank because you just want more fish.
Yeah, it's another tank at that point. I have no idea. I honestly didn't continue the hobby after, and I was a sophomore in high school, so I was 15 years old. I passed. Like, I remember that.
The one trend I hate with new fish breeds is making long fin versions of sleek fish. The long fin versions can never swim properly.
No,
some of the guppies, man, are crazy.
They're like falling down.
They swim like this, but their tails are so big.
Same with the bettas. Like, they can't even.
Wild.
It's so sad to watch.
I do like the long fin white cloud minnows because
they're
not like your typical long fin. Like, if you didn't know they were a long fin, you wouldn't even know they were.
They just look like they have kind of ornate finnage. They don't look like necessarily a long tail version. But I do hate.
Dan's water is really hard. He softens it though.
Have
you seen his filtration
system? His system is unbelievable. He's like the Walter White of fish systems. It's crazy. I feel like that was a good comparison because accurate. Thank you. I needed that.
Steenfott, what soil do you recommend for plants? Are you talking about like dirt or aquarium soil? Yeah, the short bodies, balloons, they're all awful. Like awful. A balloon Melanotania rainbow is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
How do you sell deformed fish as a thing? That's what I don't understand. Those are culls. That's what those are. They're culls that they're trying to make money on.
You know what's really weird? I don't like long fin red bristlenose plecos, but I do like the long fin green dragons. Make sense.
That's interesting.
And I don't feel as bad because they're not swimming around in the water column, so the long fins don't really. It doesn't. Really
I don't mind the long fin or super reds, but I prefer the short. I always prefer the short, but I don't mind the long fin ones. I've brought in fish from Dan a few times, and I basically have RO water out of the tap, and they've been fine. You know,
he's look at this. He's not trying to breed fish there.
No.
But he's had toothpick fish spawn there. Yeah. He's had bar cheek gobies spawn there. Nobody's breeding bar cheek gobies, or let alone doing it in fresh water.
Yeah,
like it's stuff. His water is obviously never going to be an issue there. It is a very cool system, though. I love that he sucks it in from the creek and spits it right back out cleaner than when it came in.
Literally right next door too. It's pretty convenient. Most people that I know, and Zen's gonna get upset, do not care for glowfish, but we have said many times they bring kids into the hobby, and it is the truth.
What's the new glowfish that came out this year? Oh my gosh, I gotta look it up.
I don't want to know. The longfin Asian arowana are so sad. Yeah, that I don't love. I don't love that.
Like
you don't want to know.
I'm never gonna find the email.
Albino longfin balloon neon tetra for $12.99. It probably would be freaking $12.99. See, that's the other thing is when I see people try and charge more for a deformed fish, and I'm like, get bent, kick rocks. If I were to keep a gourami as a centerpiece fish in my 20 tall, one or a pair. If I had a 20 tall and I wanted a centerpiece fish at gourami, I would get a male female pair of honey gourami, and I'd be a very happy person. Or you could do 4 to 6 sparkling gourami. I think they make great centerpiece fish because they have a lot of personality and they're pretty and they get larger than people think. But if it were me and I had a 20 tall, it would be a pair of honey gourami,
Oh,
preferably the
speaking of that, I'm
wilds.
pretty sure the new glowfish is a gourami. It
Why?
was just unveiled at like Super Zoo or whatever that big
Oh,
show that was
yeah.
just went on was.
Cool. That's a good idea. Wait till for it to calm down and then post it again though. I'll look. I'll go check it out. I've been trying to decide on whether to make the 40 breeder a huge group of pea puffers or a community tank, leaning towards 10 of pea puffers. I think you are hit the nail on the head with the pea puffers. I think that'd be sweet.
Pearl gouramis.
What about them?
The
Oh
new glowfish
God,
is
are you
pearl
kidding
gouramis.
me? Poor pearls. They're so pretty by themselves. Okay.
Galactic purple
Oh,
has been added. Oh, so there was a new galactic purple angelfish, and then pearl gouramis. FDA just approved the new pearl gouramis.
I admit that I bought some balloon red eye tetra. They're great. I wanted more, but haven't seen any. Balloon red eye tetra. I don't think I've ever seen those. I don't like the LF reds either, but the snow whites are like fairy. Yeah, you know, maybe it does really come down to the color because I could see that. I could see that. I like the lemon blue eyes, and I don't think he likes those, but I do. The bristle nose. You don't have to like color and brightness in your life. It's y'all's problem, not mine. As long as folks don't talk about them like they're no, misinformation about them I will not stand for either, Zen. They are not injected anymore. This is a trademark thing. They have figured it out on a cellular level. But still, they're not for everybody. But I know a lot of good fish keepers that keep them. So, yeah, pearl gourami are very pretty. Sounds like a vape. Galactic purple. That's true. It does. Oh, glow Oscars. I'm sure they'll do it if they can.
You don't have to have color in life.
Oh my God, Ross. I think I'm going to get some purple angels for Raven's theme tank. Do it. Do it. By the way, can I flex my tank in the community? Yeah, do it. We like to see pictures.
Hey, posting in the community tab helps.
We're not mad.
And you know, any type of engagement.
I'm not fond of lionhead and balloon. No, balloon eye goldfish are the worst. Lionheads I do.
What are the ones with big cheeks? Those are the ones I hate. I'm like,
that's
you're gonna pop it.
That's what he's talking about. It's their cheeks technically, but it's like touching their eyeballs. So people always think it's their eyes, but it's their cheeks.
I've never heard of a lace gourami.
Oh, lace gourami.
Many years ago, I had lace gouramis. Are they the pearl?
I think is that what they call them too? I've never heard of a lace gourami, but I'm sure I'm gonna find out right now. So yeah, yep, just another common name. I know glowfish aren't natural, but I've considered getting the glow danios for the 20 gallon. They're different. If I had a naturalish planted tank, anything you like works. As long as it's not detrimental to the health or well-being of your fish. If it works, they're happy and healthy and you're happy, that's what matters. Everyone wants color. No, I don't want color. I want weird behavior and cool-looking freaky fish. I could care less about color. That's not what drives me. He schools with the skirted tetra and seems fine. Wait, who are we talking about here? What? Oh, one glow tetra. Oh God. Oof.
Dead air.
Yeah, those bubble eye goldfish. Yeah, I don't like when things are bred that way. There's no need for that fish to exist. It does because of us. So we've started that. We've done that. I do love ranchus. Arandas are okay, but
hey, we're almost at 100. We're at 98. So hit the like button if you haven't, because that'll send out some notifications. Let's see if we can get to 100.
Huh? Did they? Oh, it looks like it's saying they're the same thing. Are they different? Huh? It says they are one and the same. Ribeye and green beans. I haven't had a ribeye for a minute. I think what happens with a lot of the common names is they get given to multiple fish, and then things get really
It
confusing.
appears that they both have the same scientific name, so what does that tell
They are
you?
the same fish. That's why I was like, I can't find any other.
Now, it could be like different collection points.
Yeah,
Might have something to
100%.
do with it, but
100%. Or you can line breed fish. It's a possibility. If you take two fish you think have great patterns, force them to breed, or hope that they put them in a situation where they're more likely to.
at gunpoint.
At gunpoint. If you hold a gun to their head and force them to breed, then
That's
yes.
why we have a baby now.
People are going to try and send help for me.
Blink twice.
Help me. Oh, we actually lost. People actually stopped watching after you said that.
It usually happens.
I know. I just think it's funny when it does.
Every other YouTuber does it. Why can't
Here,
I
I'll
do
hit
it?
the like button. I'll like our own stream.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm going to.
I always get mad when people like their own comment. That's the most annoying thing.
What loser likes their own comment?
Oh,
That's so
anytime
lame.
someone posts hate to one of our videos, they thumbs up their own comment. Every time.
Losers.
It's so funny.
It's okay because you're about to go away forever, so it's fine. How hard is it to hit the button? Hit the button.
Have you ever seen Hemigrammus analis? I don't know if I'm being trolled or if that's a real fish.
No, it is. I'm trying to picture. I think I might know what it is.
Is that a glow light?
What? Yeah. It is.
No,
Well, it
these
looks
have
like a
different
glow
scientific
light.
names, so these are not them.
Species Lanos. What is O? That's not even close to the same
Well,
thing.
seeing how
No, I have
Google
not.
doesn't know what you're talking about, I think you
have
might be
not
trolling.
seen it.
Someone on YouTube had albino pygmy cories. Moonlight Aquatics has them in stock, or they did. Which is one of the only places you could get them online.
How come you streamers don't really talk about gobies? You know,
I just talked about gobies.
we do talk about gobies, and the thing about gobies, unfortunately, there's far more available other places than here in the United States, unless people specifically bring them in. Moonlight brings in great gobies. He is one of the only people that I see consistently bring in some more rare or different species of goby. Sometimes I don't even know what they are. Like they
Our
just
goby videos have lots of views.
Yeah, gobies are.
think.
We've kept a lot of different loaches and gobies. Like we're fans of those types of fish. It's just the availability thing. I don't think gobies are the most readily available, other than like Steenfodons. You know, like which they're just not. It's Baxter. Oh, the man on the motorcycle punted
What were the
Baxter.
tetras I was talking about earlier that I was like, man, people don't keep these either.
Kitties?
The kitty tetra. There was
Von Rios.
the orange Von Rios, which are more colorful than just the regular Von Rio.
I've kept neon blue gobies, and I loved mine. They are very flitty. I kept them with my rainbow Steenfodons, and they all did just fine.
The tetras. The Phoenix tetra, like nobody keeps.
Oh, yeah,
which
the
is
Phoenix
really cool.
tetra.
They have the long, and they have longer fins, and they act like pseudomagillas.
Hummingbird tetra. Those are cool.
Oh, the Paraguay 3-spot tetra. Fish is literally $1, and no one's keeping it. Kitty tetras. I really like. I want to show y'all the Paraguay 3-spot tetra, which is, I believe, Hemi something. Nope, not even close. Good job.
I have seen this before.
So these, they look like Hastatus cories,
They do.
right? They got like the little black diamond thing going on there. Paraguay 3-spot. Can you pronounce that?
Aphiocherax
There you go.
paraguensis.
Paraguensis. This fish is so cheap. You should be able to buy this for like $4 or $5. Look how cool it is.
I have been to not those specific vernal pools, but I have been to vernal pools, and I think they're amazing, teeming with life. Actually, my cousin's best friend is a biologist for the state of California, and she works on the American River waterways, and she gets to go do all kinds of cool stuff. And vernal pools, there's a lot of cool photos taken of like the fairy shrimp, tadpole shrimp, all the cool things that live in the vernal pools. We're fighting very hard to keep those from being developed and destroyed because, we need more shit housing around here.
Oh, the Phoenix tetra is the Hemigrammus filamentosus.
Oh, Arlo.
Um, these guys are really cheap too, and these are the ones that they swim and spar just like Suna McGill's. Well, they'll just circle and flash at each other.
103. We've done it. Thank you, everyone.
There we go.
Thanks, everybody. Team effort. Peppermill tetra. That's a good one.
I want to spawn these. I don't know why. I
Really?
just do.
That's a great picture. Fantastic
How
picture.
cool is that?
They're very cool tetra.
I don't know how much these sell for, but I can tell you
Aren't they like
wholesale.
$7 or something?
Wholesale, they're $3.
Oh, so they're probably like $10.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Green fire tetra, very pretty. Green neons, very pretty. Rhinogobius yellow lip, Rhinogobius, something that I can never remember, Stiphodon, Rudolorius in my fish room. That's cool. You don't see the Rudolorius all the time.
In your personal fish room or in your sales tanks?
I would. Oh yeah, I don't even know anymore.
Have you got any new fish? You said you weren't getting any for a while, so I stopped looking.
Not much talked about with the different eels. You hear about the fire eel, the tire track eel, but not much in small. So actually, I was just mentioning them earlier, the Mastus cymbellus and the Macronathus. Usually with the spiny eels, Macronathus more or less, peacock eels, yellowtail spiny eels, zebra eels. There's so many different spiny eels, specifically the Macronathus, that make amazing pets. They can be kept in groups. They can be kept in community settings. They don't get more than like 7-8 inches. Everyone's like, oh, they're gonna get huge. So many of them stand under 10 inches. It's ridiculous. Like they're very easily kept in like a 40 breeder to a 75-gallon tank. Love fake eels. Love them.
I still needed a pair of these. I was kind of hoping they were in that box of food we got and I would get a surprise.
Surprise.
I'm just joking. I didn't think they'd be in there.
I'm going to look. Wait, whoops.
Personal new fish. Okay.
You got lots of moss and plants.
Love the thumbnail. About to set up an outdoor mini pond with paradise fish and white cloud minnows.
Good combo.
Very cool.
Perfect for outside. Paradise fish are the thing that really got me is our spawned. We didn't know. We started finding the fry in random tanks because we kind of moved the paradise fish around a little bit for a while. And so we would collect the fry. They were so outgoing and so funny to watch. I really enjoyed them as juvenile fish. Like they just, so many are so timid and like just not even real fish until they get bigger. But these guys were so fun to watch grow up.
Bob, do you remember a while back, it was your old house? Which old house? You had a big rainbow tank where you, what? Rainbow tank in the room you streamed.
Are you talking
I
about
might have had a blue screen, but I'd never streamed in front of my rainbow tank.
Schooled in circles.
The only fish I can think of is the Coste tetra.
That's what I was gonna say, but I was like, but they're tight schoolers.
They school
Candy
in
has
circles
them now.
for sure.
Well, yeah, they school in any. I mean, they go back and forth and all around, but.
I mean, no, they would literally like pick a branch and do circles around it.
I never saw them do that, but I believe you. I just never saw them do it.
I have a video on my phone, but it's so old it would take me years to find it.
I found a picture of my eel the day that I got him yesterday, and it's insane how. Yeah, oh my god, it's crazy to watch how big they get when you get them when they're little teeny tiny babies like that. Mastus cymbellus liberensis, really mangled up the name. Yeah, we had Mastus cymbellus grishaffi, which is a West African, the zebra eel, and man, was that a cool eel. We actually think we managed to pull the one out of the tank at the wet spot that was the true grishaffi. The others were questionable. So that was cool. Really pretty.
I'm looking for the video. I know it's on here somewhere. Oh my, it's going to take me forever to scroll through these.
Wait, what are we looking for?
I'm looking for the video of them circling.
Oh.
I know it's on here.
Yes, that's the one, the Costes. Okay. Well, there you go. Candy has our Costes now and her 125, and they love it. Tight schoolers.
just go to
I would
reeds.
totally keep another group of either like the yellowtails or the uh, peacock spinies. I love them. Love them.
We need someone to start breeding Takano tetras so we can get the price down on those.
Yeah. They're not cheap, are they?
Oh, here it is. See? They pick like one thing and run circles around it.
Well, also, it looks like probably because the filter is kicking off a little bit of flow there. Interesting. If you catch different spiny eels, would they crossbreed? You're not going to breed spiny eels easily. I wouldn't worry about it because they're not the easiest to breed, but I guess technically if they were, I'm sure there's some that could. I've never heard of it, but I also know they're not easy to spawn. I'm setting up a 75-gallon tank for rainbow fish. Can I mix incomplete schools of multiple types of rainbow fish? What do you mean incomplete schools? Like 3 of them? Because I wouldn't. I would focus more on having one big school of one type than multiple. Just a few of. I've done it. I've done a few of each, and like I would have preferred looking back to have just one large school of the same, because they really behave so differently, and you get different color and behavior from a large school of fish that are the same species. But that's just my 2 cents. Would they die
later,
if you
Jody.
did that? No. Bye, Jody. No, they'd be fine. You could totally do it. I just am throwing in my personal whatever.
When do you guys think the new Cory species craze is going to happen? It seems like twice a year and some expensive Corys come out. Well, we just had one. If you watched Oliver Lucanus's recent video on Corys, the wet spot got some. They wasn't too crazy considering the other species, but they were, I think, $70, $70, $80.
Hey, Janice.
What's up? Steenfotts.
We'll take it. It's fine. You should. I called to make Sadie a doctor's appointment today, and they were like, Sternfott. Even she like added an R in there. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. There's no R in our name. It's fine. She was really nice though, so it was okay. Oh, finding a doctor for your kid's fun. Can a betta and peacock gudgeon be compatible in a 20-gallon? Yeah. They could. They also could not. So it's one of those, you can try it. I would keep a very, very close eye on things, and I would make sure you have a lot of plants and some wood and just line of sight breaks and areas. The betta is going to stay high. Peacock gudgeon will probably stay low. They generally don't come up very high unless it's time to eat. So it could work, but monitor closely.
I've kept and sold, back when I was selling fish, a lot of peacock gudgeons.
I love peacock gudgeons.
And I will tell you, it was one of those fish that you either needed a lot of or one. Because as soon as it started getting down to like 5 or 4 or 3 in the tank, that's when they started getting ornery.
The males don't get along very well with each other.
But if I had 20 in a 20-gallon tank, everything was fine.
I have found that
never any problems.
Multiple females do better than multiple males, and they're very easy to tell apart. So
Danny says, I got those red-tailed penguin tetras from Moonlight Aquatics that look healthy and look great.
Yeah.
It was packed well, and shipping was affordable.
We love Moonlight.
I didn't see that sale. Did you use our discount code?
Ooh, someone's gonna be in trouble.
Oh wait, I think you already said you.
I think he did. I feel like he did. I think that's why we know.
I missed it. We had a couple decent Moonlight Aquatic sales recently.
Nice. Ooh, African leaf fish from the wet spot. Those are cool. Love those. Some of my faves. If we're talking about the same fish, are we talking about the Tenopoma? I avoided a disaster yesterday. Someone bumped my nitrogen regulator. Oh, and I found all my discus on the bottom of the tank laying sideways. Shut off CO2. And wow, you got very lucky, because if there's any fish that's just going to kick it when that happens, it's friggin' discus. So I'm very happy to hear that that did not happen to you, because that would have really sucked.
Man, the peacocks breed like crazy. I've heard they're not really difficult to spawn, which is just
Yeah,
another
that'd
plus.
be fun to spawn those. I've never done that. I love peacock gudgeon, but have like 5 in my tank twice and they don't last long. Figured it was my water. Maybe I just needed more. Did you have male or females? Because I have found that like when I purposefully stocked more females than males, it went better. Yeah, pea puffers are tricky little eaters, usually. Not always, but usually.
Oh, someone bought some fish. I don't know
Oh,
what you bought, but thanks.
Polysyntropics abbreviata.
Thanks for using our discount code.
Oh, what was it?
I don't get to find out.
I know. I'm just, maybe somebody here knew. Maybe one of them did it. Ross, that was funny. So when y'all gonna start doing the 2 streams a week, white family members? I don't know. Never. We're just gonna talk about it forever and never do it. You ask him. I don't know.
My 217s look like they're going to breed again. I actually saw them doing the T position today.
Nice.
Those are gonna come down fast.
I think everybody is finding
people
them
are
to
spawning
be.
those things.
Well,
like
they're
without
spawning
even trying.
themselves. Yeah, which is awesome. When a cool fish like that does something like that. Who doesn't
Ordered
love
them
that?
last week right before the stream, and I used it. Yeah, I think you told us that last week.
Yes, he did.
Maybe that's why I
What
didn't look
live food should I have on hand? Vinegar eels would probably work. Snails, because when they're babies, they're perfect for pea puffers. When they first hatch, the little tiny snails that you have to barely touch because you'll crunch them without even trying because their shells haven't even hardened. Or if you have big groups of pea puffers, ours used to group hunt when the snails would get too big. Or bloodworms. I feel like that's the live blackworms, frozen bloodworms, live bloodworm. I mean, whatever you can find. We've been getting live blackworms from one of our local fish stores. So get those as much as we can. People have a lot of mixed feelings about bloodworms. I like them. I mean, I like a certain brand. I like the Hikari bloodworms. I do not care for other brands, but I know a lot of people have a lot to say. People get very upset when I touch the bloodworms too. And I am well aware that you can develop an allergy just like dubia roaches, same thing, but I'm not really worried about it. Blackworms are best. They are more nutritionally dense, but
That's nice.
who's that from? Oh. Yeah, that's nice. I saw the name threw me because I was like, wait a minute, who?
I like the regular con color as well. Yep, I've spawned that one time.
Those are beautiful.
Just once.
Love the con colors.
Can never get him to do it a second time, but at least I did it once, so I can say I did it.
Have you guys ever kept isopods and scuds in aquarium? We are supposed to, but I think somebody keeps forgetting to set that up for us. We've kept land isopods, but
My 12 Rio Tomo arrived today, hoping to get more for everyone here. What? Take some, Corey. Wait, are you in Canada? Because then I can't get them.
damn it. Edmonton, is that your last name? My fish love bloodworms because it's basically like fast food. It's not the best thing to feed as a staple, really, unless it's a certain type of fish. But people have a fit when they see me in like a short touching them because they're like, "You're gonna get an allergy." I'm like, I don't do this enough to get an allergy. Relax. Like, if I do, then such is life. I've got bigger problems than that to worry about.
Boy, these guys sure have been quiet.
Yeah, I know. They little bookends.
It's even past
I know.
dinner time.
19 minutes past, to be exact. Normally, you'll beeholes having a fit. Do you guys see my interviews in my Fish Tanks channel? I don't think so. When are they from? Recently? I'm really bad. I watch like cop videos. I don't like on YouTube. The stuff that I watch would probably surprise
I didn't know
people.
that channel was doing interviews.
I'm sure people would be surprised by my watch history on YouTube. I don't watch a whole lot of fish content because I don't find a whole lot of fish content that is super helpful. But when I know about things like that, I like to go watch. If I know you did something like that, yeah, I would totally. But I never know. I'm so not hip to these things.
If I search YouTube for in my fish tanks, this live stream is the first thing that comes up.
Our live stream.
Yeah, look.
That's
I'm
funny.
not signed into YouTube, so it's not going off my preferences.
I keep white worms. They are terrestrial, so they won't get your fish tank sick like bloodworms. They carry a lot of parasites. Live bloodworms can carry a lot of parasites. The way things are flash frozen or frozen, it kills parasites. But
Arl. What?
oh my God.
I've been addicted to Ants Canada. Yeah, I want to go and tour his house with his 3-story vivarium.
Yeah, dude, that shit is unreal. I never touch them. Oh, I always touch them. Well, not always, but I touch them a lot of the time. Briefly. Sometimes it's too hard to like use tongs or to like they get stuck in the thing, and I just don't have time for that. I swap frozen foods, both shrimp and bloodworms, 3 to 4 cubes every day. See, I had a lot of fish that would not eat I used to feed frozen mysis also, and a lot of them wouldn't eat it. Picky little jerks. My wife's 10-year-old bumblebee gobies, bloodworms. Sometimes they eat. Bumblebee gobies are interesting eaters. We actually kept ours with a large, healthy colony of cherry shrimp, and they would eat the shrimplets, and you could see their stomachs would be super red. It was perfect. And there was so many shrimp in there that it was like insane. Oh, really? Same thing about not touching bloodworms. I used to hear about aquarium cleaning with gloves. Fish TV is so rare. Like people who make a big stink about fish TV, I'm like, calm down. Yes, it can happen. I understand. Bumblebee tuna. Brine shrimp are great, especially live. Yeah, live brine's great.
Yeah,
Frozen
mysis
brine.
shrimp. Like I swear, nothing eats
No,
mysis shrimp.
I
have gotten
noticed.
frozen mysis shrimp so many times,
Nothing ever
and
wants it.
nothing ever touches it.
Trying to think of. Oh, I think my chocolate cichlid. She'd eat anything though.
Did you see Lowell's Fish Lab atmospheric control tank when you were there? Yes, we were not allowed to film it, and we have plans. We're making plans right now to go back and film it.
Yeah.
But he had a cover on it. We talked about this before. You may not have been here or may not remember, but we talked about how he had a cover on it. And as soon as we were done filming, he was like, "Now let me show you the cool thing I'm working on." And so that's
see
when,
how good we are about not telling secrets.
Secrets are no fun.
He can trust us. We kept our mouths shut.
Secrets hurt someone. But yeah, it was super cool. Like it was set up when we were there, and we got to see it in action. And that's when I was like, okay, we got to make a video on all the tech, because between that and his automatic baby brine shrimp feeder and his wall of 3D printers, there's
3D printers,
a lot of tech going on in his fish room.
Yeah. I just collected 6 Elasoma gilberti over the weekend. They're in a heavily planted 10-gallon tank that's mostly Java moss and botanicals. I put blackworms in. Is that too big? Probably, yeah. I would say for them, oof,
you'd probably have to chop them up.
You would need to like cut them or so, which is so difficult. What did we feed our Elasoma?
The co-op food, the small co-op food.
Yeah.
I want a 3D printer so bad. Yeah, it would be fun.
The possibilities are endless. I have to wear gloves since my hands constantly. So are my hands are always cracked and bleeding. I bitch about that all the time. My hands are always in water. Plus, I wash my hands like 500 times a day.
I love Lowell's content, especially as a Pistos. Yeah. I do too. You want to know why? Because he has a Sony A7 camera.
Yeah, all his tech is the good tech. Like everything he's got going on, high quality stuff.
I want to start a GoFundMe for that camera. I've never done a GoFundMe, no matter how hard life has got, but I want to start one for that camera. That's how much I want it.
The amount of worry that we as fish keepers need to have for those types of things, those diseases that can be transferable to humans, is so small. But yes, it's gonna happen. It'll happen, but it's just not.
I can tell you, I give no shits.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I've never thought. The one thing I did do when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I remember asking the advice nurse, I'm like, so I keep fishing reptiles and like I clean a lot of poop and a lot of like I got my hands in dirt and in fish tanks. Is that okay? She was like, I don't know how to answer you. That was all she could say. No one knew how to tell me. I never got an answer. No one knew what to tell me. So I had to just say, oh well. I'm alive. She's alive. We're all fine. Audra.
Gotta feed my EBA a small mealworm, cut in half maybe. I don't know about the shell. There are like a lot of people feed mealworms to larger cichlids.
You
could probably do like small ones.
You can do it. Do not do it without, if it's alive, don't just cut it in half. You need to crush the head. It could eat through your fish. So crush the head and make sure it's not a huge one. And your EBA will, I fed my EBAs. Not even mealworms. I fed them superworms, but you have to crush the head. It's very important.
Excellent point, Audra. People worry about an aquarium, but dip their naughty bits into rivers and lakes all the time.
Oh my God. Yeah. Ew. I know so many people that have gone to the American River and gotten like an infection. Gross. Gross.
So there was a time, long time ago, when I took my Husky Shepherd mix to the river. There was a ton of people there, so we went way up river to have our own little private area, and she's just swimming around the water having a great time. All of a sudden she just stops and just squirts it. I mean,
oh my God,
I'm talking about the green apple squirts. It just and I'm watching it all just float down river, going through these people.
No,
but be worried about your hand going in your aquarium.
Oh my God, there's feces floating. So yeah, that is a concern. And the reason why that's a concern in hip hop, like I've had reptiles and stuff who I knew they don't crunch things enough. And so it was a big concern of mine always, because those things can chew through a lot. And I also feed them to our rats. So I kind of give them a little crunch before I do that if they're too big too. I usually crunch the head of a meal or a superworm just to make sure that, they're not going to chew through my animals. So
I think earthworms might be too big for pea puffers.
Way too big. Yeah.
I would maybe try like smaller red wigglers. Maybe. I
don't think they could.
I bet they would chew them up for sure.
I think you just need like live blackworms or frozen bloodworms. Or snails.
What about a giraffe GoFundMe? I think I'd rather have the camera, to be honest.
You'll never cross an Afghan waterway. Is that written all over our face, Ross? What do we just scream that I've never been in an Afghan waterway? Give me a break. It's messed up. Yes, brine shrimp. Yeah, they do, absolutely. A lot of different types of shrimp or just food in general brings out color in fish. Mosquito larvae are a huge favorite of ours too. Mm-hmm. Love mosquito larvae. It's about that season.
What was I thinking about today? You guys not have slugs here?
Oh yeah, we have tons of slugs.
I've yet to see a slug.
So
you can't even take a step and wash it, because I saw the slug eating snakes and I was
we do not have the level of slugs that Washington has, nor the species of slug. It's generally one type. They get about slug. That big. No, they're little gray slugs. In Washington, we have
oh
yeah, no, we had leopard slugs, which were beautiful. I actually thought they were so pretty. We had slugs this big everywhere.
I haven't seen a slug or an isopod since I've been here.
There's tons of isopods. I've found them many times. I may crush them for my leopard gecko now when he decides to eat it. Yeah, I would for a leopard gecko. Just because, like I said, the only animal of ours that I trust to crunch up a superworm is the tegu, because I will give her giant superworms and I'm not worried about them eating through her. But all the rest of them, even the sailfin dragon, sometimes he's usually pretty good about it, but sometimes he'll just swallow them whole. And I'm like, buddy, they're going to eat your stomach.
Here's what a lot of people feed their Asian arowanas superworms, or specifically mealworms.
That's a poor decision. They're all chitin.
You always hear like all these rumors that they'll eat through the stomach wall and right out of the fish. And I'm just like, have you ever put a mealworm in water? It drowns almost instantly, but somehow it's in a fish staying alive underwater. Like those things
You'd be surprised.
They die so fast in water.
I don't know, not this. The big super worms are.
And I found them in my Asian
They're
one. I
tough.
never had problems.
I always crush the head. Something I gotta do. Just in case, hate to be that one time and I don't do it, and then somebody gets a freaking
For reptiles, I would. Absolutely.
intestinal perforation. Never bought goldfish food. I had them goldfish like any food humans like. Lotus, banana. They'll eat their weight in duckweed. I used to scoop all the duckweed out of my tanks and dump it into my big tote that I kept my fancy goldfish in. It took them like 3 hours, and they'd shit green for like 3 days. It's great. I still fed them other stuff. They ate the fancy Hikari stuff that's like the purple bag. They were living large.
Caitlin, it would have to be like you have a red wiggler farm and you're just
The
pulling
babies
the small
that are
ones
white.
out.
They're still like
those you could do for sure. But like a full grown red wiggler,
no.
I'm sure that they would like
pick at it.
What a horrible way to die for the worm, though.
I don't love that. I really think you need to just focus on smaller prey for them, because it's not going to be the optimal way for the worm to perish or for the pea puffers to eat.
I'm thinking about getting live blackworms for my LFS. How real is the risk of parasites?
I've never had an issue.
I mean,
I personally have never had an issue.
Not enough to get me to not buy them.
Yeah. I've seen.
You have to wash them every day or they can get pretty nasty. But
dude, if you're not feeding them off within 24 to 48 hours, I would find a better way to store them or house them. Because they do get nasty and they stink and they need to be in like your refrigerator, and it's just,
I heard salvinia is great for chickens. That's what I heard about duckweed, but our chickens never eat duckweed at all. And everyone says that their chickens just devour it.
Thinking about getting an Antillean pink toe tarantula or the Mexican red knee. If I remember, I paid $300 for one of them. Can't imagine how much they cost. Yeah. Actually with tarantulas, I feel like some of them have kind of held
the price
steady.
Has gone down, if anything.
Tarantulas have like not really escalated. Not like reptiles have. Not anywhere close.
Hey, T-Shot. Thank you, my friend. Rescaping a 40-gallon bimaculata tank.
Nice.
If I top off the existing substrate, I'll probably lose some beneficial bacteria. Any other concerns about capping it off could cause?
No, I don't think so.
Not really. I mean, if it's really deep, you might start building some like carbon pockets, but
I don't think you're
probably not something to be worried about. Especially, I mean, if you gravel vac, you definitely don't have to be worried about it.
Is there a good source for? I had no idea where to get live food when we lived in Washington. Here we have it in multiple places, but there I have no clue. Was there anywhere you could get?
I wouldn't know outside of like live blackworms. I don't know of anyone else doing like.
It's hit or miss with live food. I mean, a lot of local fish stores don't have it. I've noticed going to different stores. I'm like, oh, that's funny. You don't have it. Like Splash, which is closest to us, they've always had live food, but they run out quickly. You have to get there on the right days or get special treatment and have them give you more. But it's hard.
And on that note, folks, it is time to go. Time to see you next week.
TTFN.
We have finished another month of live streams. I hope you enjoyed it. We definitely appreciate you all coming and showing up and commenting and lurking and rewatching. All the people that rewatch it after the fact, it means a lot to us. Oh, excuse me.
Oof.
Members, we will see you in a couple minutes. Non-members, I hope you have a great week, and make sure you have your notifications turned on for videos. If you didn't watch the video we released yesterday, go watch it because it's getting a lot of views. And if you already watched it, watch it again. Keep it on replay. Be nice to get some momentum going on that, and maybe get a lot of views on it. That'd be nice.
Waxworms are a treat, not a staple. They're fatty, very fatty.
But they taste so good.
Yeah, yummy.
The Brazilian jewel tarantula.
Oh, Audra, that was us with a goddamn sunset variatus platies.
Hey, easy with that. I ran 3 colonies of rice fishing. About 3, right? Oh, yeah.
Brazilian jewel.
Ross does rewatch even when he was here. I see the comments, Ross.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Ross,
it.
you're a true homie for sure.
This is the 3rd time I've watched this live stream today.
God, why are you so obsessed with us, Ross? Jeez. Oh, God. Gotta take a little stretch.
Freeze. Oh, Steven's not here. He's the only one that would get that.
No, Ross gets it. Come on, Ross. You know what that is.
Where has Steven been?
A little stretch. He was busy today. He posted. They didn't stream because he said he had a busy work day, I think. So that's probably what he's doing.
Sucker with a job.
Oh, my God. We love you, Steven, if you watch this.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes or next week.
Yep.